The man is horrified to find a sharp wire hanging from the road. A group of street racers appeared nearby. They were rapidly rushing towards the man. Without any surprises, the group of motorcycles will be disintegrated. The man hurriedly shouted to stop them. Unexpectedly, the excited guys didn't hear him. Seeing that it was already too late, Mark rushed to one end of the wire. He tried to pull out the iron nails holding the wire. No matter how hard he tried, he could not pull out the nail. At this moment of extreme danger, watching the guys pass safely, Mark's nervousness was finally relieved. However, the guy in the lead received a phone call, then reversed direction and continued to run wildly. At the same time, a man in black suddenly came out of the jungle, then calmly pulled up a wire. Mark instantly froze when he saw the scene. Reacting, he rushed towards the man in black. However, he had already quickly withdrawn. The riders had just dodged a bullet. Now they were on the verge of death again. Mark could only shout at them to stop, but they were already in the throes of racing. And then the next second, they were all split in two by the wire rope. But the horror didn't end there. The man who experienced this was inconsolable. Yet before he could catch his breath, a mysterious man then dialed his phone. The 12th mission had passed with flying colors. Mark throws his phone away in anger when he hears this. However, what was all this really about? It turns out that just 2 days ago, Mark was just a hard-working laborer. However, even if he worked hard in the workplace, but still couldn't get appreciation from his boss, and even dismissed him without a word, this also made his life worse. However, just as he was leaving the company, suddenly a lucky fly came in. At first Mark didn't take it seriously, until he got through to a mysterious person. The other party congratulated him, and informed him that he was chosen to participate in a game. At this point he didn't need to do anything, just swap the flies in the car. $10,000 would be in his account immediately. Mark was puzzled thinking it was a scam call, but the caller knew everything about him. So Mark swatted the fly. Then he received a text message that the money had arrived. Mark was puzzled and stepped out of the car to look around. There were no suspicious people in the neighborhood. Soon the mystery man called again. As long as he swallowed the swatted fly, he would be rewarded with $20,000. After the round of games just now, Mark swallowed the fly without hesitation. Immediately after, the phone received money again. Then the mysterious person called again. This game has a total of 13 levels. Each level is a simple little task. As long as he completes every level of the game, in the end he would be able to get $500 million. Soon he completed most of the tasks. Looking at the balance in the bank card kept rising. Mark was suddenly in the mood. He then received the 12th task. That was to help the old lady hang a clothesline. It was the wire in the middle of the road. Soon it was time for the last task. That was for Mark to select a loved one, to send them to heaven. Mark hears this and decisively refuses, and all the money from before would be immediately withdrawn.